Guys, welcome to Borla Chefs. My name is Colleen, and today we're going to show you another interesting recipe in my opinion. So moringa leaves, moringa plant, if you are a health freak and you love having lots of protein powders and just supplements to your diet, you will know about moringa. But for those of you who don't, drumstick tree, moringa plant, or even it's also called in some countries horseradish tree, is an exceptionally nutritious plant. From its leaves to its roots, it's used in medicinal forms all along. But today we're going to show you how to make a vegetable out of the pods and the seeds of a moringa plant, which is easily accessible. You're able to find it in your local grocery store, and they're like long continuous pods essentially that look like a bean but thicker because they've got all these seeds inside that are pretty big. So I do have, as you can see here, a frozen version of it as well. So we keep it always in stock in our house because it's, again, convenient to use and you don't have to end up going to a grocery store to get it obviously fresh. But of course you can get it fresh, but you can use it frozen as well. The reason we're going to show you a vegetable dish out of this specific vegetable is because of the numerous health benefits it has. It is great in lowering and regulating blood sugar levels. It even has, anti-cancer properties through the fact that it has very, very rich in antioxidants. The seeds and the pods themselves have more vitamins, more vitamin C than you can imagine. About 100 grams of this has 157% of your daily intake of vitamin C. And lastly, if you start to Google, you'll see a lot of other benefits, but the one I want to mention is the amount of iron that it has in these drumstick pods and seeds is 3 times that of spinach. And spinach is obviously known for being high in iron or rich in iron. So that's it. So do check out the recipe. As always, the description below will have all the ingredients that you need to make this dish. Thank you for watching and I hope you like the recipe.
Let's get started in making the drumstick curry that I just talked about. So absolutely, first thing I'm going to need is coconut. I'm going to infuse lots of that flavor into this drumstick. So we've got coconut, we've got some drumsticks that we've chopped up, we've got some ginger. Again, you can finely slice it or dice it. I just like it rough. We've got some garlic as well. And we've got some onions. We're using red onions, but feel free to use any kind. We've got some green chilies. Again, optional. We've got some really nice and hot oil, and I'm going to add some fennel seeds, and that sweetness is going to be great in this dish. We're going to add some carom seeds as well, and this is where I'm going to let it for at least 30 seconds to 1 minute. Let all of that aromatic flavors really release into the oil. I'm going to add in the garlic and the ginger at this point, and just saute all of these together for at least a minute before adding the onions and the green chilies. We're going to want the onions to be translucent, as you can see, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a bay leaf, some salt, and some turmeric powder as well. And I'm going to let this saute for a bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the drumstick. So it's only been at least about a minute for everything as we add. We're really going to cook these drumsticks down, but before we do that, I'm going to add some jaggery, which you can also replace it with brown sugar if you don't have it, and some tamarind. Concentrated tamarind paste is what I used. Of course, feel free to add lemon if you don't have that. Next up is the coconut. Use frozen or fresh, whatever you have, and really just help cook this together. And as I said, these are tough to cook, so I'm going to add some water because I need to create that steam. So I added some water, and now I'm going to cover it with a lid. It will take about 10 to 15 minutes, but it really depends how stiff, your drumsticks were. So you do want to test them when you do remove the lid and they have cooked up. So test it with your finger to make sure that they are, easily pressable and something that you can actually eat and chew on. So as I said, 10 to 15 minutes typically would do the job, but you can adjust according to how tough your drumsticks are. I've topped it up with coconut, to just bring that flavor, bright flavor in there as well. But of course, if you don't like coconut as much, you can only just keep it right in the dish where we've cooked it. And, the drumsticks are already flavored with all of that coconut, so you don't need to necessarily add on top. But here it is. as I said, a unique and very simple recipe once again. Hope you like it. If you have any comments at all, feel free to drop us a message and we'll get back to you.